Fiddling update, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to more Transport Fever. But it's nae, the last series is, or season, or the first playthrough I did is finished. We're now on a brand new map. I've been gone for 12 days. I was in the Dominican Republic on holiday. I'm actually going on holiday again tonight. I'm going to Magaluf for 5 days, but as the video says, this is just a preview of the new map I've decided to go for. It's actually was made by a guy, Lowell, I think the creator's name was, and I think he created the Hurricane map that has no industries, which was kind of like what I was looking for. Now this is a experimental, huge, massive, large, fuck off map. It's absolutely immense, but it's perfect for what I need to do. According to the description, it's sort of like a remake of Lake Michigan, aside Chicago and the States, but it's perfect for what I need to do. Now if I switch the towns on and the industries, now I've placed industries like here. We'll start off in the UK. So here we are in the UK, and then in the UK, where I stay near Aberdeen, there's quite a large amount of oil and gas. There's oil rigs offshore. We've got a couple of oil rigs here. It's kind of hard to place them actually in the water because they need to be connected to a road. And I had a look at some maps and found like bits where there were little islands in the sea, but it was near impossible to place the rigs. But we've got them placed sort of just in the coast. So this would be like where Aberdeen is in Scotland. Lots of oil and gas, oil refineries here in Scotland. Across here we have Norway, so there's a lot of Norwegian North Sea oil and gas as well. So they've got some oil rigs as well, and their oil refineries. If we head across here, we've got wood and logging camps in and around Helsinki, which would be Finland, and we've also got sawmills here in Helsinki. And Stockholm, we've got goods, because basically Sweden's just one big IKEA, so they're going to be producing goods to transport. Reykjavik in Iceland, again Iceland is an island, but I just went for sort of Scandinavia around here. So we've got iron ore mines in here, the Norwegian oil refineries. If you go back to here, we've got Cardiff just down from Edinburgh, which it's actually nae. And if we were looking at the map in real life, Cardiff would be somewhere over here, but the only city over there was London, and I wanted London to be kind of close to Paris. So we've got Welsh coal and Welsh steel. Probably it would be like Port Talbot. We've got lots of farms in and around the UK and Ireland. Food processing in London. Couple oil refineries in just in France, just down from Paris. I've got some fuel tankers we like the Total oil and gas company livery, so we'll be using them on our trains. A couple of farms near Amsterdam. Again, more farms near Copenhagen, some logging camps. You'll notice the logging camps, I've actually placed them in actual forests. So we've got the logging camps. Berlin is just one big refined goods city. I'm hoping it's going to be huge. Most of the stuff is going to come in from and around Europe and be produced here. Machines and tools, construction materials, goods, refined food. And up here in Minsk we've got, I believe these are quarries. Down in Kiev, we not really got anything in Kiev yet. I've still got some industries and that to place. I've been googling the countries and seeing what their biggest exports are. Like we've got Beijing here, because we've got a lot of European mods. I've actually got quite a lot of Chinese mods, quite a lot of Russian mods, so we'll have plenty of trains and stuff for running up and down here. Tokyo is going to be building goods, because everything is either made in Japan or China. We've got Chinese steel and Chinese coal, chemical plants in Japan, goods in Japan. Over here to Russia, we've got, because Russia's quite big, it's got its own farms and its own food processing, logging camps. It's got its own oil refineries, quarries, iron and ore mines, or I believe these would be uranium mines, but close enough. Over to Alaska, then we've got the oil, Alaskan oil. It gets refined down here in Calgary. Lots of farms in and around Canada, some logging. Down in Vancouver, we've got sawmills. In Chicago, we've got quarries, and I think it was on Google. It said there was a quarry beside Chicago that was one of the biggest things in the world, but I'm probably wrong. It was a while ago I looked at it, but the quarries are here anyway. So we've got stone and iron ore. I'll start with place construction materials plant somewhere. We've got Pittsburgh Steel, New York, Halifax, down to Portland for our chemical plants. San Francisco, we've got Texas Oil, sort of in the middle here. And we'll build some oil refineries. As I said, it's not finished. I'm also going to stick some oil rigs around here for like sort of Gulf Coast sort of oil rigs. Down to Las Vegas, and then in Mexico we're going to have wood coming up here for sort of like Brazil. It's going to get thingy changed into planks, turned into goods in Mexico. Mexico produces quite a lot of goods, and that's about it. We'll have airports and that running back and forth. We'll have ships transporting all manner of things. There'll be plenty of mods, Russian, American, Chinese, European, the UK trains. So it should be fun, and because this is a super big map, there aren't really towns. Like Edinburgh and Cardiff are quite close, as far as like Oslo and Reykjavik pretty far away. Stockholm, Helsinki, sort of like a medium distance, but there is a lot of gaps, like quite huge distances to cover in between the towns. So, and this map ain't exactly flat either. See, it's a bit all over the place, but I'm sure we'll work a way around it. As you see here, I've got 3 million. I've placed all these industries. Now, if you look as well, the towns are really small. They were bigger, I deleted them, and I've still got 3 million. It's because I'm playing with the no cost mod on, because I want to mark something huge. I want to get like a lot of steam trains and stuff going. I have got a lot of steam train mods, so it's a shame to like not have enough money to sort of use all of them. It'd be good to sort of use all of them and see how they get on. So that's basically the plan for the next season. It's basically just going to be like a sandbox, different countries from around the world. Pretty much covered everything except for like really South America, Australia, the Arab states. We've got a bit of Asia, but I'm hoping it's going to work out good, and I've been really looking forward to starting this. I will get the map finished probably sometime today, and then I'll be gone later on at night, off to Magaluf for 5 days or 4 days. I think it's the 31st I'm back, so you can look for the first episode sort of around about the 31st or the 1st of June, and we'll get some stuff going. Probably the plan is to sort of get these cities built up a bit. Probably a train from Halifax to New York, or New York to Pittsburgh, and then get some sort of Atlantic crossing going across. Probably also run for Cardiff to Edinburgh, get a line in there. Probably start some of the oil production, hopefully. But it's actually not easy because, as you can see here, this bit here, That's where I stuck in an experimental station. Also, I stuck in up here because the land is so all over the place. It's difficult to place stations and get them connected. So I might take to juggle some of these industries, delete them and place them as we go along. We've also got other stuff as well, like we've got lighthouses bopped about all over the place. People actually go to lighthouses, so if you stick a bus stop there, even though it's out in the middle of nowhere, people want to visit it. Now, if we have a look, these are all the industries. So we'll place them, like we've got snack bars, conference centre, Indian village. We could stick that in America some way, and these are all places that people would like to go to. Stuff like brick storage or just these little like silo storage areas. So we've been placing these, like if you see here, is it this in? No, see here's the GX grain farm, and it only produces grain, which is fine because some of these are going to be producing beef, good old British beef. And then here we've got a grain silo. The storage in the silo, they all sort of look the same except for the brick storage, which is a bit more bigger. And what else have we got? Oil wells we've been placing. These are all the normal placeable industries. Bridge construction, tunnel construction. We'll get some of these dotted about. Oil platforms we've been using. There's the grain farm. Along here there's a big harbour. We'll get that placed in somewhat. We'll be doing a lot of stuff with ships. And then when planes come in and go, we'll get the cargo plane airport, whatever it's called. Here we've just got our dam construction. We'll get that airport placed and then we'll ship goods all around the world. Log storage, machine storage. These are a swamp, GX distillery. So we could do these. I mean, at GX distillery, if I place it there, okay, it produces goods. Okay, cool. So we'll get some of them bopped in about as well. See, if I make a mess by deleting stuff, I can smooth it, and it costs me fuck all. Great, happy with that. That probably would have been my 3 million going just smoothing that bit. But no, that's the best thing about the no cost mod is we'll be able to. We've got the racetrack. I'm not sure if this. If I place that, it needs bricks. Hold on. I've not actually, because I've not done this and I've only done one scenario, the very first in America. So it requires thingy, consumption limit 1600. I'm pretty sure in the scenario this actually gets built while you're delivering stuff, but I'm not sure if it'll work in the actual game. I've made a bit of a mess there. Some smoothing and some lower enough terrain and getting back to. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's pretty much everything. This is the rocket factory. It'd be cool if I could build a rocket factory and deliver stuff to it and actually see the rocket being built or whatever, the finished product. But I think that'll probably only work in the scenarios. So we've got some other things, some challenges here as well with these cliffs. I did actually try to place a dock here for transporting oil for the North Sea down here, and it was extremely difficult. I'll probably have to move these back, so which is a shame because I wanted to use a train to deliver it to Paris. I'll probably have to use a truck and then just distribute fuel to other places around the map. So if we go in here, far are we? Right, there's our industries. We've seen all them. Now we've got a lot of stuff. Placeable trucks and that, there isn't any available because none of them are available yet. This scene is, there's the horse cart. There's our different textures. It's a shame there's not a snow texture. I know there is one. These are stuff for placing in airports. I'm not sure why this thing is available. That's vanilla plain assets. Okay, I can actually change them as I'm going along. Okay. So if I was to place Merker, where are you? Ah, okay. And the F13. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Oh, when I got any lines, obviously, back in here. The industries, I'll build up some of the industries, get some stuff placed around them. I'll also be trying to make train depots, like say one for Scandinavia, one for the UK, one for Europe, one for Russia, China, America, Canada, etc. I'll try and get some train yards built, some depots, so it looks a bit well, cooler. If also we've got them, we're on to trees, and that's pretty much everything. There is heaps of other stuff, like there we've got placeable buildings, workshop, factory building. These things are quite cool. These are the markers that you can place. If we see it here, it's just a tiny little marker. If I was to place it here, people would visit it. You just tell them how much people per month you want to visit. The green is obviously residential. I think blue is commercial, yes. And the yellow for the industry. So that's pretty cool as well. More placeable assets. This storage tanks are that. Forestry stuff, we'll get that built alongside. And tracks. These are sort of placeable items. I mean, these trains aren't available yet, are they? Maybe they are. Yes, they are. So I can sort of place them anywhere. And I see the American Eno. Maybe need to go back and look for the American train asset mod, and we'll get that built next to some of our train yards. But that's going to be it for this. This was just a quick tour of the map, showing you for the cities and the industries was fit the plan or action sort of was. Once we get building, I've just sort of placed these industries sort of on a wide just now. Some of them are like in shapes like that for stations to go down the middle. Some of them are just sort of stuck in a line, or just sort of things like farms. You never get farms. You do actually get farms actually stuck together, but I've sort of spaced them out, and I'm hoping that the fields will grow themselves, will come into the terrain once the farm starts production. But that's going to be it for this. Look for the first episode sort of on the 1st, or maybe even the 31st, depending on which time I get home from my holiday. I suspect I'll only be home for about a couple of days, and I'll probably be away offshore. But I'm excited to do this, so I'm looking forward to doing the first episode. But that's been it for the wee preview. I've been Danny Boy, and this has been the Transport Fever Modded Series preview, and I will catch you later.